I wanted to do some voiceover on this video because this was a good learning experience for me. And I want to be able to look back and kind of think about this hunt and not have to make this mistake again. Just a little bit in general, this last year I didn't do very much preseason scouting, so I didn't kill till pretty late in the year. I had some opportunities, but had some mistakes, and this was definitely one of them. As you can see in this video, kind of starting out, I'm hunting basically a little bit of an oxbow on this little tiny creek here. And normally this creek, it doesn't have very much water in it. Up the right hand side of the screen, you can see some rocks and where there's a little bit of riprap, and there's running water there that is louder than normal. It's normally doesn't have any sound with the water running, so I was not used to that, and I think that was kind of one of the main issues here. Outside of that, I think my setup was good. I was up high enough. I had some good tree limb cover to keep me hidden, and with the way the wind was working, I don't think there actually was much wind. You can kind of tell by some of the leaves left over that there wasn't really much going on here. It was later in the day, so the thermals would have been pulling down towards the water, and since the water was running, you can expect that some of the thermal pull would actually be accentuated by the water running, kind of pulling it down in there. Now, I didn't really expect the buck to come from the way he did. I thought that he would either come more from behind me or to my left, the way that this is looking, but definitely thought that he could come from the trail that he came on. I just thought that would be less likely. As this video is starting, you can really hear the water rush in there, and you can hear how that would hinder any sort of little sound from deer walking or any giveaway that something may be coming up a trail or close by. It's pretty thick in here, so visualization is pretty limited, so hearing is kind of a must in this area. Now, by the time I see this buck, this is probably, he's probably under 20 yards away, and he's kind of looking right at me, so I'm basically frozen here. I'm not sure what he's doing at this point in time, but you see him put his head up as if he's getting wind or if he's scent checking the area. I'm not 100% sure here. Now right here he's been stopped for a little bit, kind of looking around. I don't think that he's necessarily alerted or getting skittish, but I'm starting to reach for my bow and make little movements. You can kind of hear my arrow drop. I think it must have been like resting up against the tree or something, and it hit down in my rest and banged around a little bit, so probably heard something there. I remember what I was thinking at this time. It was kind of late in the season. I was getting kind of desperate to shoot something, and I was really just trying to force this and make it happen. I think if I would have kept still, he probably would have kept coming up the creek bank and probably would have given me a shot opportunity significantly better than what I have going on right here, just based on the way he's looking, my position in the tree, where my bow is at, and the movements needed to be able to make or get a shot, or at least draw back on him. I don't know really what I'm thinking here. I think I'm just getting anxious and trying to rush it and force something that wasn't going to happen. At this point, he just turned around and trotted off, and my shot opportunity went from poor to absolutely nothing, too many branches in the way, so I'm not really worried about movement right now. It's kind of a last-ditch effort, see if I can get to go in position, and maybe he'll stop, maybe he'll turn back. Very low likelihood, low chance of that happening, but, crazier thing, especially at the time of year. up giving him a grunt here, and he didn't want any part of that and took off. So, kind of moral of the story here is just let things happen. Don't force it, and be on the ready. I've hunted this spot a couple of different times, not frequently, just because it's a really difficult place to access, and there's kind of only one way in where you come in from an elevated field. So it's definitely not a spot that I'm going to be pushing hard or pushing a lot in April, but I've hunted it enough to know how to hunt it, how they're going to work. So I should have been smarter about it. But got a camera in here, got some good persimmons in here this coming year, so we'll see if we can kill something out of it. I'd be really excited too. I think this is a really cool spot, and I'd like to kill something here.